Hi, Michelle here, and we're back with the chapter review on education. So I think a lot of the times we can get sidetracked when we talk about education. We automatically think school. And when we speak to people, they can be like, I don't like school, it's not for me, that type of scenario. So right away, school is already dismissed. But what I want to focus on is the word education. I looked at the word education, and one of the definitions that I read was an enlightening experience. Learning or enhancing one's knowledge. So those are the concepts that I want to focus on here when we talk about education. It's not about talking about I don't like school. I feel like education is so important because we can be educated in so many different areas, right? Like we think of like subjects, like, oh, I'm in history, I'm in English, I'm in PE even, whatever the subjects that we're taking in school, and not every subject is for everybody, right? I cannot say that I enjoyed every subject while I was in school, but what is important is that we focus on the education piece. So the education, it comes from the experience of learning. It comes from enhancing my knowledge. So when we go into the workbook, one of the things that we're focusing on here is not necessarily do I like school or do I not like school. It's talking about the enlightening experience. It's talking about what did I learn. And so the first question is putting down the class title, so the name of the class, and then it's saying what is something that I learned this week. And then the second part to that in the workbook is asking what is something I haven't learned yet. So a lot of the times I can speak for myself when I say things were stupid or I didn't like it is because I didn't understand it, right? And so over the course of time, it's to remove like the negative connotation about why I don't like stuff and understanding I just don't know it yet. I don't understand it yet. And that's okay. There's a lot of things that a lot of us don't know or don't understand. And it's okay to be one of those people, which is why, I find it important to ask for help and support. But it's also a reminder to say, I might not understand it yet. I might understand it tomorrow. I might understand it, in 2 years, whenever the concept clicks for me, right? But it's to focus on the enlightening experience. What is something that I can learn from this particular topic? I might not like it, but is there something that I can take away from this that I can enlighten myself? Maybe it makes me more aware of something moving forward in life. Maybe it's not something that I necessarily am around daily, but it makes me aware of it in case I do come across a certain situation on the particular topic, and I think it's very important just to kind of have that insight on different things. So here we're not focusing on, whether we like school or not. Let's go ahead and remind everybody in their Mind Right Game Type program of that, because there are obviously school comes with so many different layers to it, but it's about focusing on the enlightening experience that we're having while we're in each particular class or study environment, in a sports team, different things like that we can implement even at home when it comes to chores or, learning how to do something. We can think of so many different things that are actually classes, right? It doesn't have to be in a school setting. We are constantly learning in everything that we do. When you first get your driver's license, you're not in a school, but guess what? Your school is the road. Your school are the weather conditions, the stoplights, other people driving. We're in the school of driving, and it's not necessarily have to be in a classroom. So it's almost reminding ourselves that we can take away the classroom, but the learning environment is constantly happening all the time around us, right? And so if we go back to the driving experience, we're learning, when is it best to, change lanes. There are particular lights that are like, okay, it turns yellow and it goes red really fast. So we're learning, right? And it's really cool when we start to open ourselves up to like, wow, like the world really is a classroom, right? We are learning in so many different ways. So don't just limit it to school, but understand that education is constant and we can expand our minds in any area of our life. Life skills, once again, treasure yourself and shine.